Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life story with Asperger's syndrome and the like, along with tips and advice along the way, be it your general health versus your mental health. So if you're into any of these videos of what I do, feel free to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell for more updates of what I get up to, so that you can support me on this journey to be an advocate and mentor for others like me. So it has been brought to my attention, and while I've been away, that I was thinking on doing another poem. I know many people may be thinking, ugh, another poem or whatever it may be, but I feel sometimes poetry or writing for me is a piece of comfort, especially when I'm so stressed out and whatnot. It gives me a bit of clarity and understanding of where my life is heading, hearsay. I don't know about you guys with your, everyday life, what you get up to keep you in the calm and zing and of everything else, to gain a better understanding and clarity about yourself or what have you. But this is just how I roll, hearsay. So this one's going to be about a mental health disorder of social anxiety, and this one's going to be called, for the poem, Social Anxiety Disorder, the Pushing Poem. So if you're into some of my poetry or anything like that, smash the like or feel free to comment below before I begin this, so that I can know where I'm at with you guys, because as I said, I'm all about expressing how I feel and what I feel, and hopefully to be real and true to you guys regardless of this journey I go through in my everyday life of what I got. And hopefully in saying this that maybe you guys can relate one way or another, because just to know that you're not alone in this, that hopefully we can do anything possible in the bandwagon. So let's begin this before I lose track of time. My quiet self-telltale story, or even just an untold story of some form of music that hasn't been written or hasn't been recorded, basically is like a white noise being scratched, like a scratched disc that's from the needle pin of one of your old music record players, versus just a scratching sensation on the whiteboard. Or even saying this, it's an untold story or a telltale story of a story album that hasn't yet been written, basically, that are too empty with no words, that has also not been written or spoken from myself, that is or has been unheard, unseen, unwritten, or even just been plain old forgotten. Look deep down at me, into my soul and inner being. For I am a poet and an author and many other things that can seem to find, for starters, her own pen that is now bound and tied into and around the cursed words or lips of an everyday conversation that has been immersed and wrapped up for so long inside of my mind of some form of imagination, that I'm creating an imaginary conversation to myself that can't be erased or even forgotten. I am a poet and author that can't seem to find her own pen, however, because of my sensitivity being overwhelmed by the cursed and rehearsed verses that are written verse by verse, piece by piece, line by line, sentence by sentence, that's covered in my mind. Again, of an everyday conversation in my mind that hasn't yet been done or made. The imaginary conversations, however, that is playing over and over again in my mind, that is forever stuck on repeat, that I can't forever pause it and rewind and just play it continually, just on the pause or the repeat button over and over again, constantly thinking what to say next to not offend others around me. The words going over and over again inside of me is so empty and coarse, and I try to build up the inner strength and courage, however, but then again, this disappears in clouds of doubt, in a cloud of smoke that wafers or lingers until finally, and in a timely manner, I physically and mentally will eventually break. The explosive eyeballs drops as they drop to the ground, and even the eyeballs from one's target face, jagged hairs of mine popping out and standing on the edge of my neck or the back of my skin, while the beads of sweat or pearls of sweat starts pouring down at me, creating a big puddle on the floor. I'm staring at the end of a barrel of a gun by the time until I suddenly am extracted and peeled away layer by layer, piece by piece, like an onion or some form of flower that is built in with a layer. As I am outside and beyond myself, suffocating and choking on the unspoken words that I wish to say. Blind and naked and unavailable as well as vulnerable at this point of time from all this uncontrollable shaking and nerves that is running high. I absorb every word from others around me, however, as I break, as well as taking in a few stares. A few hands may grab at me and hold me while ask me a few questions. Are you okay? What's wrong? Why can't you speak? It's not that hard to speak. You and I, or myself included, am so afraid and trying to be bold and brave, just putting on a smile on one's face, as well as ignoring some of the hate that may be coming from the opposite end of the scale. You start to think to yourself, it's not real, cute or pretty. Question is, do you know what it extremely feels like to stand up right here, right now, or even just sit down before you, constantly terrified of being judged, criticized, laughed at, stared at, or even just disapproving you all based on your high expectations, how you want me to be or what you want me to be right now as a person. Disapproving you all based on some of your expectations or standards that I have to fulfill in my shoes of what you want me to be. Or do I somehow know how or what it feels like, or shall we say, you know what it feels like with this heart beating so fast, making it so uncontrollably, it feels like it's just going to burst out of my chest any second. Or even the drying my eyes, or even opening your eyes, abiding in you all, hiding, no seeking in the form of trust, approval, satisfaction, or sneak peek or glimpse. As I'm not an open book, I am now locked up and sealed, locked like a door, hidden away for so many years, and have no key to unlock with. Don't forever talk to me, however, about the thoughts and feelings. Don't forever tell me how to live my life and what to do with my life. Ready or not, here I stay and hide away. All I do is stay and hide away. But not on purpose or even intentionally. Looking away, what do I say or can I say to you all? My words are spilled and thrown onto a page or even onto some form of paper that yet, again, as I said, is empty, blank on that page. Yet in public, to you it may be poison, as it makes my palms so hot, sweaty and moist, and I know if I don't forever open my lips yet, unless I can silently listen, but the perks of being a everyday flower of some kind that I love are better while they wither away silently in the cracked walls, or even in the crop plant stands. Forever, no raindrops, for every season we know changes, as well as people around you. I totally give up. I give in. I'm forever done. I don't have the guts, but maybe the alcohol can ease the pain and torture, as well as washing up any vomit that's left over with my liquid courage. My natural existence that I exist. The spring burns all the way down, but it knows there's a reason. Social anxiety compromises and appears to SAD, or social anxiety disorder, SAD. I couldn't have said it in a spelling bee. I couldn't have said it in any kind of situation when I felt this way, when I knew what was going on, especially in my English class, where I thrive and love so much and dearly. Trying to unshell my skin, warming up to my vocals to the point again of nothing in return of nothingness. Nothing come from the soft lips of mine. But I'm okay and fine. Thanks for asking if you were ever considering me. I could go out in the hot sun, meet some new friends outside of my skin or outside of my head, as well as outside of my comfort zone, however, or may do my pastime of what I enjoy, just sitting quietly, either watching you guys playing what you do, or just quietly reading my book and minding my own damn business. Well, this quickly ends a quick poetry of social anxiety disorder, the pushing poem. Give me the like for thumbs up, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so, if you would like to know more, obviously, because I'm saying, I'm hoping to do this on a daily, but if not, it will be 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Feel free to also, when you're down there, if you do feel like to be on the bandwagon with me and be part of my YouTube fam, to turn on the notification bell so you can keep up to date what I get up to. Don't forever fret, because I do sometimes post on my personal pages on either Twitter, Facebook, or what have you, what's going down, but I'm hoping to give you guys an update of what's going down with me anyways, so to speak, of whatever is happening in the next few days, because obviously there's going to be some things subject to change, either based on my channel or just my everyday things that's going on, but I'll let you know further on down the track. So in all do, guys, thanks for your support, thanks for watching, do what love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.